All right, now we've got the tools that we need to be able to, and all the lines we need to be able to make that right side view. We're going to go ahead and turn our guidelines back on. And then I'm going to need to carry some of these over again. So I'm going to get to my guidelines, make sure I'm on my guidelines. And the first thing I'm actually going to do is offset. I'm going to offset that line 20. I got to go over 20. So I'm going to offset it 20. And we'll extend it down. Push escape. 20 offset. And then I'm going to go over this one. I didn't click it down. Now I can start carrying over some lines from my right view. Anywhere that I've got an edge, I can utilize it, right? And I've still got ortho on, so this is working out pretty easy for me. And using my O snap and my perpendicular endpoint O snaps, okay? Now I can do the same thing with the top view. Anywhere I have an edge, I'm just going to draw it out here a ways, and you'll see why in a second. But I've got a couple, anywhere there's going to be an edge, I'm going to hang them out here and more. Okay. Then since these two lines, these two objects are 20 millimeters from each other, my front view and my right view edges are going to be 20 apart from each other. We can utilize this point right here, where that the top object, top surface, and the edge would meet. We can use that intersection, and we're going to draw. I'm going to push up a line that's going up at a 45-degree angle. So I push. I could define the length, right? Or I push tab and I can define the angle. So now I've got a 45, and I need to extend it past those lines. Okay. So now I'm going to use my trim tool to trim these up. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those. Get rid of those right here, and then I can start carrying these lines down. So I actually want this one out here a little ways farther, F8, because I need to carry all those lines down to that top surface. So I'm going to, anywhere I have a line that met this 45, I'm going to carry it down. Those are going to be where my object lines up. Okay, so perpendicular lines there. And we could carry this out here as well. And I'm going to use my extend tool, EX for extend. And then I'm going to go and trim these off. They're kind of erroneous. So now I've got everything I need to be able to build this object correctly. So I've got my guidelines here. I'm going to switch over to my first layer. Okay. Now I'm going to push my line tool again. And I'm thinking about this object, and we can see it on the example, but I've got to trace this line, and we can work this bottom edge, and then I've got to come out to here. Okay. So those are the first things I'm going to do. I'm going to draw my line, and I'm just going over the top. I'm clicking on these, and then this is where that edge starts to come down. So I got to come to this one. Okay, this line was for the outside of the object. That's a different point. And then it's going to come down here. We don't know the exact angle just yet, right? Like how far is that going to come out? So what we could do is we could extend this down to this edge, okay? And that's how far that front point is going to come back. So I can draw a line from here to there, and then I'll come up to that point. And now we've got our angle that we needed, okay? I'm going to use my extend, yes, because this actually needed to go all the way to the end. And then we just need a line right here, wherever this one is. So we can go, just draw a line from that point right there. And then we will trim it. We'll just cut it up, and I got to make sure I get that top part. And I believe we're done if we go ahead and turn off our guidelines and see what our final product looks like. So utilizing that 45-degree technique on this intersection right here, we're able to transfer lines horizontally and then vertically. And the key part about that, again, is that the spacing, that line and that line are both exactly the same. They have to be, if we wanted to space those views out more, then we'd have to have a bigger number. So, but as long as that gap is from the top view and the right view is the same, then this 45-degree technique will work. And bam, we did it. Good work.